Oh, there you are. I sent you a message before, but didn't hear back from you. Don't know what you're up to. Good morning, 5:35 a.m. Days of sleeping in are over. How you doing, Ray? Yeah, washed the bloody car yesterday, and then get up this morning to go out and get a coffee, and it's bloody raining. Bloody typical. Murphy's Law. Unbelievable. How you doing, Steve? So I'm spewing $20 for a car wash yesterday, and it goes and bloody rains. Just sucks. And we've been having all this hot weather and nice days. Oh well, not much you can do about it. So what's been happening, guys? I'm guessing it's still cold for you guys in the US. I have to admit, it's not. It's a little bit chilly here today. I guess that's because of the rain. How you doing, Lost? You're a sick puppy, man. How you doing, Gunner? Car doors were frozen shut. Jesus Christ. Bloody hell. You can talk about being a cheeky bugger, Gunner. Some of the shit you send me. Bloody hell. I just should let you guys know that Gunner's got this thing about gay skunks. Now, I don't know, I don't want to know anything about it, but that's his fetish. But uh, so we got the same in Kentucky, Texas and Kentucky. Mm. And Lost has got it cold where he is in Texas. Yeah, well, it's a coolish day here today. Guess it's nice for a change, but pisses me off that I went and got my car washed yesterday. Jesus. I'm glad it doesn't get that cold here. That would be a pain in the ass. I feel for you guys who got to live in those sorts of climates. That's just insane. $70-ish, and he's got the AC on. Jesus, that's a bit rough. That's crazy, Gunner. I don't know what I'm doing up this early. I should still be in bed. Geez, I just wouldn't have expected you guys to have AC on. Crystal, hello. Heat. How you doing, Crystal? Here you, Gunner. I still haven't heard from that kid of mine since I went and bought him all those, spent all that money on tyres. Oh, shit happens. I'll get him back when the next phone call I get from him, and he says, "Dad, I need." I'll be going. Forget it. We're telling him, "Go see your mother." Yeah, not too bad. I just relaxed. Got bored shitless yesterday, so just hung about, watched a movie, crashed out, and then waking up too early this morning, which is not bad because then I get to get on at a reasonable time for you guys in the US. And then I get up, put up with Gunner and Steve giving me a hard time, and then I'll buy what he wants. I don't know. You never know, Ray. At this point, I've done enough for the kid. Uh, I've tried to tell him a couple of times. He's got to start doing shit for himself. And what pisses me off though is he's got money, so his bank account's looking pretty healthy. He just prefers to spend mine, little smart ass. So, guy, what's been happening that's interesting? Yeah, there is a limit, Ray. Yeah, I'd never hit him, Steve. I grew up with a father that was um, very hands-on, so I wasn't going to be like that with my son. Didn't want to do that. Although, when was it? Probably about 6 months ago now. Jeez, the old films. About 6 months ago, he did try and take me on, the little bugger. Obviously big enough, but he found out it wasn't a good idea. It was the one time that I ignored his phone calls after that. I couldn't be bothered with him, and I think after 3 days of ignoring his phone calls, he eventually came around and seen me. Hey, how you doing, Linda? I guess it sucks if your dad was a boxer, so and he doesn't have it in him anyway. He's not much of a fighter, which is good. I'm quite happy about that. Let's see. I'm getting messages now. Cryptic messages. Oh my god. So I hope you're all doing well. Hey Brian, how you doing? How's things? Oh yeah, always get cryptic messages, Linda. Or when I say cryptic, I get a message and I'm like, what the hell? I'm not exactly sure what they mean. Oh yeah, I'm pissed off, Brian. I washed my car yesterday and woke up early this morning and it is raining. So that sucks. And that's typical. It's par for course. Yeah, big time bummer, but shit happens. That's yeah, you just you just got to brush it off, and but it just pisses me off because I got a black car, so it's like a black metallic, and the dirt really shows up on the bloody thing. I went out for a drive yesterday. Go out, get it washed, look nice. Yeah, well, that would suck, Brian. Actually, this is going back years ago. A mate of mine had a nice car, and him and his girlfriend, or was his wife now, but his girlfriend at the time, they went up the Murray River on a houseboat, and they parked his car under this big tree. Yeah, I do, Steve, but I'm in and out of it all the time, so it's not worth it. But yeah, my mate parked his car under this big tree while they went on a houseboat for a couple of days, and when he came back, uh, what he didn't realise is the tree that he parked under was a tree that these pelicans nested in. I don't know if you've seen how big a pelican is, but yeah, they'd all shit on his car, mate, and it was like just his car had gone from gunmetal grey to white. It's just this big pelican shits all over it. It was like bombed. That would have sucked. It was funny from my point of view hearing it, but it wouldn't have been funny for him. Yeah, your icon is different, Linda. So here I am, bloody 5:49 in the morning with a coffee, trying to wake up. Yeah, Gunner. It was like it's the same with this guy. It's like someone just thrown cans of paint over it. Just imagine how big a pelican is, and a whole heap of these pelicans must have sat in this tree and for 2 days just shit on the thing. I know birds are the worst. And the bigger the bird, the worse it is. Yeah, me too, Ed. Oh, I could have done with a couple of more hours of sleep, but shit happens. Jeez, what is it now? It's nearly 6 here. So bloody hell, Ed, you're up in the middle of the night. Lost you. Uh, you sent me an email. Oh shit, that's a worry. What do we got? Uh-oh. I'm not sure if I can even tell you about this one. Let's have a look. He's sending me images. What the Jesus? You're a sick man, Gunner. What the hell have you done? I told you, mate, I'm going to start sending you pictures of gay skunks. Oh, come on, Mark, wake up. Just been, Jesus, Steve, you know some weird people. I was joking, your dog looks like a possum. End up watching the Elon Musk Joe Rogan interview again. That was interesting. And just following now the was it Alex Jones and Joe Rogan bloody bullshit going on. That Alex Jones, I mean, I tell you what, you Americans have got a lot to answer for with that Alex Jones guy. That guy has got to be, I don't know, I don't know what sort of drugs he's on, but shit, he's been on them for too long. Yeah, Gunner, Elon Musk and Joe Rogan was a good show. Just there's just bullshit that they got into Elon Musk about having a drink and a smoke of weed on the show, which was just stupid. Big deal. Alex Jones is a weirdo, Ed. Yeah, lost exactly. He is losing. I mean, Joe Rogan was one of his friends, and Joe Rogan never had anything bad to really say about the guy. But now, Alex Jones is turning on Rogan, which is crazy. Accused Rogan of being in CIA and shit like this, and oh god, he's not cool, Ed. he's he's. I mean, he's funny, but he's not cool. So, Steve, I could understand that to a point, but some of the stuff he talks about is just so out there. I mean, talking about pedophiles that are eating kids' pituitary glands and to get high, and I mean, the guy's got some horrible issues. Accusing Joe Rogan of being in the CIA, and I'll give him his dues. Some things that he's brought up have turned out to be true, but he's just got so much crap that he talks about as well. Um, I can't say I'm a fan. I haven't seen too much of what he does, but he's just so out there. What are you doing, Lost? Anyway, you're in the wrong side. You shouldn't be in the panel or on the chat. You should be in the panel. The wanker. Yeah, Gunnar, I agree. And it's amazing that some of the shit he said has come to pass and he's been right about. But he's really out there. That's what happens when they close all the mental hospitals. Yeah, that's sad when they do that sort of shit. Um, they do the same shit over here, Ed. It's crazy. Yeah, I'm not sure how long lost, but he has slowly taken the silly pill. Yeah, thanks for dropping in, Brian. You have a good day, mate. I appreciate you coming over. Remember, guys, Brian has his own channel. Don't be scared to subscribe and check him out. Oh, good on him. I cheated last night. I went and got Chinese. Ate a heap of Chinese. Then just laid back and they had that movie, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. So I watched that. I love the kids' movies. So I watched that and then just crashed out. Okay, Linda, good night. Thanks for popping in. Yeah, it's a good movie, Crystal. I like a lot of the kids' movies. Maybe because I sat down with my son and watched so many of them, but I like all the Disney movies, and I prefer the feel-good movies or movies that are based on true stories. Yeah, you too, Linda. But I do like The Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe. That's a good movie. Tonight they got Saturday night. What they got? They got the Two Towers of Lord of the Rings, which I've seen so many times, but I'll probably watch that again if I don't go out. The last few weeks they had the Hobbit movies, and last Saturday was the first of the Lord of the Rings. Now they've got the second one tonight. Oh, I know the feeling, Gunner. Trust me. Oh, what have I done? Take that link out. If any of you guys wanted to use it, you're welcome. Oh, we got lost in there. He's just muted himself at the moment.
Yeah, I was letting you finish your monologue there.
Ah, cool. True Grit. That was a good movie. How you doing anyway, Lost?
I'm good, man. But the weather has gotten quite cold. A lot of sleet outside. Man,
Yeah, I'm spewing, mate. Washed the car yesterday and then wake up this morning, go outside and it's bloody raining. Murphy's Law. Oh, the remake. Okay. I'm not. I'm not sure if I've seen the remake. I might have seen it. Um, some of those ones, though, I prefer the original, but that's because yeah, that's the one. Yeah, with Bridges. Yeah. The thing is, though, I like John Wayne, so hard to go past the original True Grit. And I like my westerns too. It was a bit like the Magnificent Seven, which I watched a few nights ago. Um, it was entertaining, but it's still not like the original with Yul Brynner.
yeah, that remake wasn't very good, was it?
Nah, 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 not nowhere near the original anyway.
The True Grit remake wasn't too bad though. I enjoyed that one.
Yeah, yeah. When they said Bridges, it reminded me then that I have seen it, and yeah, again, it wasn't too bad. But I was always a big fan of the original. It was a great movie. Ah, Cool Gunner. That's not a bad site. Someone told me what else was on there. They've even got the Mule on there, I think. So I'm still debating whether to see that one or not. Still haven't seen Aquaman, and I want to see that one. Give it time, I guess. Yeah, the original was good. Rooster Coburn and also some of those other movies, the Cowboys, with all the when he was doing the cattle run with all the kids. Yeah, those screeners. I don't like watching them. Gonna I usually wait for them to put out a DVD rip. Much better. So what's going on, Texas Stud? You working?
Yeah, I've been slaving away on this job. I'll be done later today though.
Oh well, at least we're not listening to the Ramset gun.
Well, hammer that time.
And they what a handy invention they were, mate. Ramset.
I know. I got the nice one too. It kind of works like a gun almost, you know. It has a trigger, you know, like a pistol grip kind of deal, and it cartridges slide through. You do have to push down on it for it to work, but it's nice.
Yeah, that's just a safety feature though. That push down.
Yeah,
It's just so you can't fire it while you're just waving it around. So I'm not sure what's going on with this Alex Jones though. Lost. He's really losing his mind.
yeah, he's been losing it for a while. I kind of gave up on him a few many years ago. I used to kind of sort of listen to him, not never regular. I actually like more of some of his other hosts than him. You know, I worked in his. I put in the chat a while ago. I actually worked at a studio here in Austin. Did some work for him. I did not. I did not meet him, but I met the. I can't remember her name. The real attractive lady that he has.
Yeah, I don't watch the guy. I do know that some of the stuff he's had on his show has come to pass, and he's been on the money. But other parts, mate, he's just so out there. It's I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
That
it
should.
seems like he all he did was turn into a kind of like a shock jock. He became a tabloid almost.
Well, he should call the show the Conspiracy Theory Show. That's what he seems to just deal with, conspiracy theories. Uh, well, you still there, Crystal? You must be putting happy faces in there.
Oh dang man, the sleet is really coming down now. Jeez.
When you say sleet, what the hell is sleet?
So it's kind of icy rain. It's not really snow. It don't fall down like snow. It's like the like little. It's not what's the other kind of name for it when they say like the little balls of snow?
Hail.
But hail, but it's not quite hail. It's in between it's in between like rain and hail. We call it sleet.
Okay. I guess I should be thankful we don't get that sort of weather here. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, we know you're there, Crystal.
Yeah, of course. We hardly ever even get ice down here. So it's kind of rare to even see it.
Well, that's, yeah, Texas. I wouldn't have thought you get snow or anything like that in Texas, but
Well, it does in the northern parts around like Amarillo and stuff out there, but not this part of Texas.
okay.
Closer to Oklahoma and stuff like that. Northern part of Texas.
I know that Oklahoma gets snow. Um,
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
the top part of Texas, if you look at the map, it kind of Oklahoma. Oklahoma's that little,
the Panhandle.
I don't know, little finger that, yeah.
That's what they call the Panhandle, I think.
They might. I don't. I don't know if they've ever used the term, heard of these terms, I should say. But yeah,
Well, that's what Oklahoma is, sort of shaped like a pot with a handle. Hey, Jim. How you doing? Yeah, but just listening to some of the things um, that Alex Jones was going on about. My God.
yeah, I know Joe Rogan and Sam Harris. Rogan brought it up yesterday how Alex Jones, I guess, has been really kind of slandering him pretty bad and is making crap up.
And I don't understand why, because Joe Rogan was a bit of a supporter of him. Uh,
Yeah, they've been apparently friends for a very long time.
yeah, I think Rogan said since 97, 98 or something.
Yeah,
So 20 years, you know.
yeah. Throughout the years, he's always been on Rogan's podcast and stuff. So
Uh, I guess it takes all types, but geez, I mean, the only thing that I've ever really disagreed with what's happened with him is when they took him off of all the media.
yeah, I think he shouldn't have been silenced like that either. But hey, that's kind of the way the world's working these days.
But I don't know how they get away with this because I mean I always thought, especially in America, you had the freedom of speech.
Yeah, I don't know. I gotta tell you, I don't know how that works. Because they are private companies technically, but I mean, there's got to be where it's because it's a public platform. It shouldn't be. I mean, he wasn't doing. I mean, I didn't agree what he was doing, but it wasn't like he was doing horrible, horrible things or anything.
No, he's just talking shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
which you can go to almost any store or almost anywhere on the internet and see the same shit. Just, I guess because he had a bigger platform, maybe.
yeah. Steve's right. Steve just said he fucked up with the Sandy Hook theory.
Yeah, that's what finally brought him down.
But he's not the only one, because So I didn't know much about Sandy Hook, but I did watch some videos of guys who brought up some interesting facts about it. You know, like the buying up or the government paying out for properties there, and there was some weird shit going on with that. So I don't know. I just think
Yeah, there's definitely, I kind of looked at it too. There's some weird things going on. Nevertheless, I believe it happened, but could there have been an agenda afterwards to push different type of gun things or whatever? That's a very good possibility.
Well, I think the mistake with that is you can't be so blasé about the fact that people lost children.
Oh yeah, yeah, of course. Yeah, if I'd lost a child and something like that, and that some kook on the radio saying didn't happen, then you'd be pretty pissed, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, guns. There was some shady shit going on, and pretty well what he said was that it was all faked. But I can't see it being fake, mate. And people aren't going to go out there and grieve for children they've lost. That's just that was the mistake he made, though.
What if it was faked? How crazy would that be?
Oh God, you'd never trust anybody again. Um, but unfortunately, there's so much shit that's happened over, say, the last 18, 19 years since 9/11 that I think everyone's on edge and everyone's thinking conspiracy all the time now. I
Yeah, I
actually
mean, I
before
don't
then.
think necessarily conspiracy, but like I said, what if there was an agenda? Like they were just waiting for an unfortunate event like this to happen? Because obviously there's political motives with the whole gun legislation type thing.
Steve, now you sound like Alex Jones. But yeah, there could be. But I guess it started actually before. I mean, the original Gulf Wars. There was lots of what can you say? I mean, the stories that we got here in Australia was that before Saddam went into Kuwait, he'd actually talked to the American government and got the go ahead. Um, and then they turned on him. So I don't know. There's lots of weird shit goes on, and I don't trust any government anymore. You know, um, we when we had all the guns, like semi-automatics and that banned over here, that was because of a shooting in Tasmania where a young handicapped man went around killing all these people. But we have a lieutenant colonel who was a sniper, and he's considered to be one of the top 5 snipers in the world. And he came out after that incident and said that even he couldn't have shot that well that day, and yet this kid was supposed to be shooting from the hip, and he's handicapped. No one's ever been able to interview him or talk to him. So there is some weird shit goes on. You
Yeah,
don't
you
know what
wonder.
to
You
believe.
hear things about that, like with Kennedy. They were saying like what Lee Harvey Oswald did, like there's no way he could have fired those shots. And then then you see YouTube channels of people making those shots no problem. So you wonder about that sometimes.
Oh yeah, look, there's lots of things that can be explained. Like they said, the sights were out, but if he dropped the gun after he took the shots, well, that would automatically put the sights out. And yeah, from what I've gathered, the shots could be made, but whether he was the only shooter, that's the big question. Yeah, I'm not surprised, Steve. How you doing, WAE? The United States military plane crashes into the Empire State Building on this day in 1945, killing 14 people. The freak accident was caused by heavy fog Yeah, I know. And you know what else? No, no, no multi-story building has ever come down from a fire ever. That was the first time ever. Yeah, I've seen that, Steve, and I've seen pictures of the bullet that actually penetrated. I think it was the governor in the front there, and it's not mangled at all, mate. Uh, but and a bullet hitting you would be mangled, but one of the bullets I've seen, there's no way it wasn't distorted bugger all. So you have to wonder about it. One of the biggest um, worries for me about that day was the fact that the usual soldiers who would be lining the streets protecting him were called off that day. How you doing, Al? I guess it's one of those things we're never going to really know the truth. And then Jack Ruby being able to just walk up and shoot Lee Harvey Oswald like he did. That was another weird one. Yeah, that's true. But that's where this is all getting out of control, with the media being able to control everything. Yeah, not only that, WAE, he was also um, he didn't want to send soldiers into Vietnam either. So as soon as Lyndon Baines, is it Lyndon Baines Johnson? As soon as he got in, bang, America were in Vietnam. So lots of things to think about. Yeah, I agree that deep state is real, and I think I can't remember which president said it. That it pretty well said there was a government inside the government. So that's scary to think that for instance, the president of the most powerful country on earth uh, doesn't really have control of everything. It's pretty scary. And there's no doubt that America to this day, oh, we lost. Um, there's no doubt that America still is the most powerful country on the planet. Yeah, probably not Al. Probably not. Yeah, I don't see Democrats being a bad thing, but I think you got groups inside the Democrat that are the problem. These far left. Well, the Federal Reserve is owned by international bankers. They're the guys that are calling the shots. Um, I can't believe that any country would allow international bankers to own their Federal Reserve. I mean, that's batshit crazy. I don't understand that one. I wouldn't last 5 minutes in politics. Um, I couldn't do the underhanded shit that they do. In fact, here in Australia, it's been proven already. If you get a politician that wants to come in and do the right thing, they get rid of them pretty quickly. It really is a boys' club. Oh, God, so yawning. Say something, keep me awake. Jesus. Yeah, surprised I haven't seen the Raging Cajun around. I would have thought he would have had his new channel. He would have been doing a stream by now. Look, yeah, Al. Uh, Personally, I think there's a problem with being too far left, and there's a problem with being too far right. You really do. There's got to find a happy medium. It'd be hard to make Trump look like a liberal, I guess. Yeah, yeah, that would do it, Steve. Um, nah, it's never happened to me, kind of. Who was that? Oh, Focus was on Dave's panel earlier. So I don't watch. I'm not sub to Dave's channel, so I don't get the notifications and haven't heard him for a while. Dave's one of those guys. At times confuses the hell out of me. Like speaks very well, quite intelligent. Um, but then he'll get on with Havoc and argue with Havoc, and know, kind of throws everything out the window. Well, that's cool, Gunner. From New York City to Cebu with a stop in Manila. Well, if you haven't been to Manila before, why not have a look around? No, not that, Dave. Dave Knopfler you're talking about then. Okay. Old Ocker. Yeah, I know who you're talking about, Ed. Yeah, I would have found it funny for Focus to be on the other Dave show. Yeah, I haven't seen him do a show for old Ocker, old Cocker, whatever you want to call him. Um, he seemed to have lost it there for a little while, getting pissed off with everybody. Um, I mean, I don't blame him for being pissed off. I just think you're crazy for showing it because you're just feeding the guys who are getting at you. No use putting fuel on a fire. Yeah, Al, that one. That's what they're talking about. Hopefully, they're laying off of him at the moment. I know they were hammering him and his girl there for a little while, which is just bullshit. I've seen some of the shit they've said. Hey, Gene, how you doing? Yeah, Steve, it gets a bit like that. I mean, it's good. Hey, Evil Andy, it's good having a debate about something, but when you're just throwing shitty abuse at each other, I can't see the point. Yeah, yeah, Gunner, I prefer direct flights if you can get them. Hope you're doing well, Andy. It might cost more, Ed, but it's got to be worth it in the long run. I mean, the stopovers are a pain in the bum. It's not that bad, Gunner. I mean, I've never able to sleep on a plane unless I'm just totally knocked out. If I haven't slept for bloody a day or something, then I might crash out on the plane. But otherwise, it's a bit hard to sleep. The longest flight I did was from Australia to LA. That was, I think, 17 and a half hours or something. I think it was 15 and a half on the way back, but that was the longest one. I think it was like nine and a half or something to Japan. Oh, shit, Gunner. How you doing, Ian? No, you won't do that, Gunner. You'll be right. Hell, if the plane's gone down, you're probably better off being asleep. Geez, 20 hours, that's just too much. 17 and a half was bad enough. Jesus.
Still there?
Yeah, yep, still here.
Yeah, I don't know if it's because of the weather. I'm not getting a very good signal today. I lost everything.
Oh, I thought Alex Jones might have got to you, mate.
No, probably. He probably like drone strike me.
Oh, jeez. Gunner, you're welcome to email me anytime, mate. I mean, flying's one of the. It's. I guess it's a little bit nerve wracking at times, but you kind of get used to it. And you just got to remember that for the most part, it's pretty safe. I mean, geez, how many planes have you been on lost?
Ooh, more than I can remember. I was like gold and platinum status with a couple different airlines. I used to have to fly for work all the time.
Yeah, I mean, if there's a better way of flying, I'd do it, but it's the only way at the moment, and it's not so bad. But I always, tell you what, it's always a good feeling when you've landed.
Nah, after you do it so many times, it just becomes not a big deal. I mean, some people are nervous. I've been on a few flights before where a couple of people got like really nervous and got scared and everything. It's kind of weird, but yeah, I mean,
The only
some people.
the only flight that I had that was kind of uh, not nerve wracking, but annoying, I guess, was um, one flight on, and I had a baby that just fucking screamed and cried the whole time, and I felt sorry for the child, but it's not what you want to hear when you're up in the air flying.
Yeah, no kidding. Huh?
But I'm assuming that it could have been painful for the baby, with the change in pressure and shit.
Yeah, we actually went to the doctor prior to flying with my daughter when she was young to get her some like ear drops and stuff like that to help out with that with the pain in the ear going up and down.
Yeah, destination landing, Ian, is always a good feeling. Yeah, I've been pretty lucky. I mean, one time I was sitting next to an American school teacher who was traveling around, so it was really good chatting to him. Another time I was on a plane next to a family from Denver. Actually, the guy had his business card. He worked for one of the big bosses of Nabisco. Uh, he was really nice. Him and his family actually invited me up to Denver to stay with them if I wanted to. Yeah, the changes in cabin pressure, but planes have improved a lot, Dick and Cider. I think 17 and a half hours was the longest for me, Andy, and that was from Australia to Los Angeles. That's a hell of a flight. That was an eye opener landing in LA, and man, that place is just so huge, like nothing I've ever seen before. It's just that city just spreads out, never ending. It doesn't seem to stop. Are you still there, Lost, or will we lose you? Are you still there? Connection must
No,
be
I'm still here. I'm cutting some stuff, making a bunch of noise.
bad. You've been to Tasmania. See, that's one place I've never even been. I've never been to Tasmania. Crystal's still there. I suppose we've probably got Jean in the background listening somewhere, lurking. Thanks for the 70s porn flashback. Jesus. You guys are crazy. Dave's Jean. I'm not sure what you mean, Ian. You crazy son of a bitch, Dick and Cider. Oh, goodness me. Still can't wake up. Then I'm still spewing that it's rained after washing my car. That sucks. Wait for them to invent nanotechnology so your car gets constantly cleaned all the time by little nanobots. Bring it on. Yeah, that's true, Ian. Yeah, I've still got a coffee here, Crystal. Yeah, I do. I need to stop smoking. It costs too much anyway. Sick of paying ridiculous prices and still haven't recovered from that DNC video. Probably, there's probably a lot of people that haven't recovered from his videos. Smoking is good for me. It depends on what you're smoking, I guess, Gene. Yeah, yeah. Christmas and New Year kind of ran amok a little bit. I've thought about the electronic cigarettes. Um, I probably should look into it. 20 hour, 24 hours of flying. Jesus, Ed. Hey, Imani. So we got the girls in the chat. I know Jean's obviously flown from the Philippines to the Middle East. What about you, Crystal? You ever flown anywhere or been out the country? I know most of the guys here have. Yeah, it'd be good to catch up with Jay. I mean, he's in Australia at the moment, in Cairns. Yeah, I know you've been around the world. Ah, Mexico. Yeah, I'd like to go to Mexico, but just certain parts of it anyway. Never fly army, they make you jump out the damn plane. Ah, you idiot, Dick Insider. You clown. Well, this is a free flight. 19 hours to Manila. Shit. That's too long. 17.5 hours was too long. Ah, Ed, don't be like that. Life's too short, Ed. Yeah, I know you're old, Ed. We're all getting old. But what's the point of you know continuing arguing and shit? Like I said, life's too short, mate. It's not worth the effort. Yeah, and if you're honest with yourself, Ed, a lot of the trouble is between them and other people, and it seems that we all get caught up in it. I don't see the point. Just not worth it.
It's all a conspiracy theory.
Hey, what? Holy shit.
Oh, it sounded like someone came in the hangout. No, nobody there. You hear me all right? Am I
Yeah.
coming through, or am I going all robotic?
No, you're allowed. Did someone come in Hangouts?
I thought I heard the hangout ding. Did you?
No, no. I'm getting messages on Hangouts. That's what that is.
Oh, okay.
You'd be hearing my phone.
Yeah.
You, you,
I thought it was.
you're
I thought
hearing.
it was mine.
No, you're hearing the phone.
Oh man.
I don't know about PV, Steve, or Bama. I don't know what's going on. Maybe Bama's keeping low while MJ is in Davao. Maybe. Who knows? Don't really care.
Yeah, like anything's gonna happen. Nothing.
Yeah, I guess everyone can hear that when the messages come through. Don't tell me, Junior. Andy, MJ, Mexican Jew. Andy, um, best to let it go. I think Ed's going to have to make peace in his own time, I think. Doesn't matter what we say to Ed at the moment, it's not going to change him. Junior! You know what, Junior? I ought to remove that wrench of yours and just let people play with you for a while. I know what you're saying, though, Andy, and I agree with you too, Andy. I I think they need to get over it all, but unfortunately, what we say is not going to make much difference at the moment. Promises, promises. No, I'm not taking yours, Ed. Not going to happen, mate. uh, so you can ask all you want, Ed. You're keeping it. Oh, goodness.
Whew, damn, it's cold today. Jesus. Good googly moogly.
Yeah, it's a little bit on the, I wouldn't say cold, but it's a bit of a chill in the air here. But it's actually nice after all the hot weather. I'm just pissed off that it rained, that's all.
The polar vortex. It got me.
Yeah, man, nothing like those polar vortexes. Keep getting these messages.
Sounds like you're getting a lot of dick pics.
Oh, it's crazy because they know I'm on a live stream and talking to you guys, and they'll message me fucking every 15 seconds.
Who's sending you?
Oh, goodness. Jesus. You're asking for it, Junior. Yeah, Gunner. Yeah. Tell me about it. Yeah, Ian, it is. You know what? Give it another. Yep, there we go. Ah, oh, the shit. Unbelievable. And I thought I had a fair bit of patience. Milk the ball, Gunner. You and Junior are gonna lose your wrenches, man. I think she's over at someone else's live, so uh, not really. It maybe when I was late teens, but I met my ex at a pretty young age, so yeah, I don't think so, Gunner. Dick and cider. What do you reckon? I'd take Gunner and Junior's wrenches away for a little bit. No, no, no. We won't be like Larry. I don't know where he is, Junior. I got told that he was on old Cocker Stream earlier. Junior, look, you know what? You know I can't time you out, but maybe someone else will. Jesus, Dickens, Cider, you're faster than Ed, man. Unbelievable. Man, I thought Ed was quick. Shit, you must have been sitting there with your finger on the button just waiting. How's that feel, Junior? Sitting there laughing at the moment, are you? Look at me, Junior, no hands.
Oh, so you got timed out. This is where you got to do the questions like this. Like if you don't type in the next 1 minute, then you're gay.
Love you too, Andy. Uh, it's good to see you out and about and on because I hadn't seen you for a while. I don't know, Steve. Somehow his wrench just disappeared. I don't know how that happened, but well, I do. But if you look at when he was timed out, you'll see that he wasn't blue and he didn't have the wrench when he was timed out. And I've noticed Gunner's been real quiet. Pre-rape feeling. You nut, Gunner. Oh, shit. Where do you get you guys? Oh, that's cool, Ed. Good way of paying for your ticket. Good song that changes. We all need to go through that, Andy. Oh, Gunner, you shouldn't say shit like that, man. It's not good for your health. So I wouldn't say anything else because he's probably going to jump on you, man. Let's see how long this keeps. Let's see how long Gunner can keep quiet for.
Well, I can ruin that. Gunner, if you don't type in 123, that means you like big giant Talong and you gargle Balut.
He's gone. Dick inside got him. Holy shit. uh, I tell you what, there's no messing around. No, Ed, you're not taking yours. You're keeping it. Stop asking me. No, it's not happening, Ed. Oh, I don't know why you keep asking me, Ed, because you know I'm not going to take it away from you. You know what, Andy? I hear you. I've been through it myself. Been there, mate. It's great to be you. Sounds like a face runner. You know, I don't mind driving for a job. I don't know if I want to do that long haul stuff though. Oh, Junior. Ed. Freshen page and finger slip. Ed, cut that out. Jesus. I think you need timing out there, Ed. Cut it out, Junior. Don't encourage him. Well, that's a good thing, Junior. Oh, Jesus. Where did I find all you guys? Exactly, Andy. We don't eat dog. Between Junior and Ed, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Are you open up to the possibility of trying dog?
No,
No?
no, not at all, man. I'll be totally honest with you. I would starve before I ate a dog.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't. I'd eat a dog before I starve to death. Well, I've already tried dogs, so I mean, I wasn't even starving to death when I tried it.
Nah, I just couldn't do it. Jesus, now Steve's getting in on the act. Bloody hell, lost. Any dog will do.
I don't even know what they're talking about. What's going on in here? Let me look at the chat.
Well, they're talking about eating dogs.
I prefer to eat the cat. You know what I mean?
Well, we probably have if you eat Chinese. That's a scary thing. Oh, Ed, cut it out. Get back
I
into
wouldn't
bed.
say I wouldn't say the dog was good when I had it. I mean, it was, it wasn't bad, wasn't good. It was just kind of, mediocre.
Oh, not you two.
I mean, I actually had it before. I actually ate dogs.
Nah, no, no, no. Just not interested in it, man. It's to me, it's a barbaric thing, but
It's
it's what.
it depends on where you are. It depends on the culture. Some cultures not a big deal.
Yeah, but when you look at the cultures that eat it, it's usually third world countries. Yeah, Dickens cider. If you find yourself eating dog, it means you drank too much and stayed too late at the bar.
Well, I'm not eating dog at a bar, that's for sure. It was at a well, what even a restaurant? To be honest with you, it was a kind of a private thing where they had dogs. Excuse me.
Ed, just something to think about is you just remember you guys are all Americans. You all served. You've all got a lot in common. And no bullshit, man. The hate, it will eat you up from the inside out. So maybe not Dickens cider. Oh yeah, don't bet on that, Junior.
Who's he trying to broker a peace treaty between?
Um, between Ed and Johnny Warrior.
Oh, no, I didn't know they didn't even like each other.
Um, yeah, they've had some issues in recent times. A couple of things have been going on, and things have been said, and yeah, well, that's good, Ed. You don't want to hate anyone. Yeah, but I understand what he's saying, though, Gunner. Um, yeah, exactly. Don't eat dog. So how you doing?
Eat dog, so yummy.
Euphemia Fuelbeck. Now, there's some things I won't do. I'm not going to eat balut. I won't eat snake, and I'm not going to eat dog.
Oh, I've had snake also.
No.
Eat more camel toe. You forgot to put toe in, Junior.
Oh, he's still going on about it. Ed, cut it out. Or come over there and kill all your roosters and kill all your goats. Dixie Nominus. How long will you last? No, Gunner, it doesn't matter if a dog looks like a possum or not. Graham, what the hell are you doing up so early, or are you still up so late? What's going on? Jesus, are you? you're leaving the Philippines, I think, around about now or today. Yeah, well, who got him? Junior got him. No, 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 don't hide him, unhide him. No, 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 Jesus. I've got to unhide him now. Um, yeah, unhide the guy, Junior. I don't want to say too much, but uh, don't want him hidden. I don't know how you could be hungry though, Linda, when they're talking about eating dogs, Jesus, and snakes and shit.
I'm hungry right now. You talk about all those delicious meals.
So shit lost. Oh man. You know what? I should make this show, um, do my own version of Alex Jones and start talking all these crazy conspiracies.
Yeah, you could, huh? You'd be like, all those vloggers in the Philippines are eating dog and they're
They're eating
talking about camel toes.
they're eating what's it, the pituitary gland?
They're eating the pituitary gland. They're pedophiles.
No, Gene, I won't eat snake. You might, but I won't.
Yeah, Thunder definitely prefers to long.
Oh God. See what you started now, guys? Now I got lost on my case as well. So let's start off this new Alex Jones type show. The new rumor is that we got guys like Ed Lippiet in Negros, who is now got a dog farm and breeding dogs for meat and selling it to restaurants.
Ed Lippitt was cyber attacking Thunder GT and took his channel down.
Yeah, with a drone strike. Junior. I can't do that, Junior, because you would actually do it. You'd have everyone in here timed out. Yeah, Andy, he should be happy. He's probably been banging like an old dunny door in the wind. Linda, he'd time everybody out. He don't give a shit. Junior doesn't discriminate. No, Gene, forget it. It's not going to happen. And anyone that wanted me to eat snake or tried to get me to eat snake would soon see the door. He likes everyone, Linda. He'd still time me out. What the hell, Gene? What are you talking about? Yeah, I know you won't, bitch said, but it's not happening. Speaking of camel, Graham, time everyone except Ed. And Ed needs it. Yeah, Andy, take care, mate. Thanks for popping in. It's always good to see you. I am smiling, Gene. Except for when you talk about eating snake or they talk about eating dogs. It's a stubborn prick. Yeah, he is stubborn. That's his prerogative. He'll come around. Like you said, Andy, he doesn't hate anyone. Eventually, they'll sort their shit out. It's hard to stay angry with people for a long time. The 80s. I reckon Ed was around for the Roman War. It's my birthday. Let me get them all. Well, happy birthday if it is your birthday, Junior, but I doubt that. Yeah, you're back, Dixie. Oh, shit. You guys, no bullshit. You know, you're just a bunch of mental cases. Seriously. Dick and Cider, you're a weird boy. But you're gonna have to wait 300 seconds to find out, Linda. Yeah, well, I don't think it's Junior he has to worry about at the moment. Oh, Jesus.
Woo, man, it's colder than a witch's titty.
Oh, you got a bit of shrinkage going there, mate.
Yeah, man, like a short stack of dimes right now.
And he's gone again, yep. No, it's not Frank, Go Bobo sister. And how you doing? No, Junior. Junior, no. Unhide him, please, Junior. I actually know who it is. So can you unhide him? You can time him out, but don't hide him.
Yeah, you can't hide Dick's enormous. You know, come on. There's no way to hide that thing.
Oh, shit. Gotta finish this flight and get kid dinner. No worries, Gunner. It was an accident. Bullshit, it was an accident. You've done it twice to him now. Not good weather to pee outside. No, it doesn't sound like it. You fat fingered the kid. Junior, I don't believe you. I never believe you. Oh. So, I'd say Friday for you, isn't it? So, you got tomorrow for the dinosaurs.
Yeah, the old dinosaur day. I don't know how well that's going to work out because it's supposed to be kind of shitty weather again tomorrow. So that might get ruined.
Well, wouldn't it be an indoor event?
I think some of it is indoor, some of it's outdoor. But when it's this cold for me, I don't even like to go anywhere, you know?
Yeah, it gets a bit like that here when, like, I understand the cold part, and when it gets too hot here, it's the same as well. Yeah, Linda, he knows it from both sides, from timing people out and from getting timed out. Unleash Dick. Take Linda's wrench. If I do that, Junior, I know what you're going to do. And then I'm going to have to explain to Brian why I let people time Linda out. You're a rat bag, Junior.
Damn, it's cold. Woo! Man, it was like, those were like negative 20 or something like that up north. Man, I don't know how people live. Suppose, well, I don't know, maybe people did die. I'm like, suppose people didn't. I won't even say that anymore.
Oh, -20, bugger that. Oh, no thanks. I did that before Go Bobo's sister, and Dick and Cider beat everyone to it. So is it your birthday today, Graham? Happy birthday, if that's the case, mate. Many happy returns. Junior's gone quiet now. I'm trying to blame the Cajun.
Did he get timed out? Is that why he's quiet?
Nah, no, not yet. I'm kind of expecting it any second now. Come and get me, bitches. I don't believe it. There he is, and still no one's got him. Junior was timed out by a white American expat. Go Bobo's sister. It looks like WAE got him first. Oh, hang on, or was it? Looks like WAE got him first. Jesus. You did ask for it, Junior. He's timed out twice. Oh yeah, WAE's usually out and about. He'll if we're talking about something that he's interested in, he will pipe in. Oh, you just came back. No worries.
Well, Junior said time them out bitches, so I guess whoever tried to time them out, the bitch. Is that how that works?
I mean, you could look at it that way. I don't usually look at it that way.
Maybe in his mind he feels like they're bitches and he won. I don't be knowing.
I'm not sure if it counts as 600 seconds, Steve. It may do. I know I'm way too old to be trying to sleep on 1 inch of foams. Yeah, that would suck, Graham.
Pizza place. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to try a new place today to eat. Ooh, they got beer here, but I can't have any of that right now.
Can you have a wrench? It's dangerous in here. Yeah, it is dangerous in here. But just remember, Dixie, even with a wrench, I can still take you out any time. So what's the latest conspiracies, guys? No, Dick. I've never heard of girls. Oh, maybe some girls would say that. Not many, though. Can't imagine many girls saying no, Dick. So there we go. Jean doesn't like Toulon. Weird statement there, Dick Insider. Oh, yeah, you're always talking about cutting to long, Gene. Do that, I'll feed you to the dog. Yeah, I agree, Ian. Dictator. Give it time, Graham. Uh, Gene, you can't say that because you girls are worse than the guys. Gene has a theme. Yep. Yeah, the Toulon theme. What have I done there? Whoops. Close that. Come on, guys. We've got to have some conspiracy theories. What's going on? We want to be the new Alex Jones show. We want to start some outrageous theories. I'll start one off. Jean doesn't like Toulon. She always wants to cut him off. So Jean obviously likes girls. I think that's the new rumor I'm going to start. That Sweet likes girls. She doesn't like Toulon. Gay pond life. Yeah, Jean's good, Graham, as long as you don't have a Toulon. The government's trying to convince us the world is round. Oh, God. Some of the good ones I've watched lately have been on this global warming and so-called scientists who are supposed to be backing it up actually coming out and saying that no, that we're being bullshitted to, and that a lot of the scientists are still going with it. You have to toe the government line, otherwise they just lose their funding. So if a scientist working for some organisation who's on a government fund or government grant turns around and says, no, look, it's wrong, this is not what's happening, the government will no longer will cut their funds to them, which is typical government bullshit. Toe the party line or you're out. I've no doubt about global um, climate change as such, but the global warming stuff that they go on about is a lot of crap. Um, Unfortunately, there's very little that I trust about the government these days.
I trust the government. They're wonderful.
Liar, liar, pants on fire. Yeah.
They never lie. They're always truthful. Music's kind of loud in there.
Okay, just hang on, just sending an email.
Ooh. Just ordered me a barbecue chicken pizza.
Barbecue chicken pizza, that sounds all right.
Yeah, I'm freaking hungry. Can't wait.
Well, what time is it over there?
It is almost 3 o'clock, 2:50.
What are you doing eating a pizza at that time of the day? Wouldn't you wait till you get home and have dinner?
I eat kind of twice a day, so I eat breakfast and a late lunch, and that's usually about it.
What about when you go home? You don't have dinner with the family?
Just mainly on the weekends, not usually during the weekdays. It varies a little bit. I mean, that's not completely strict with that, but that's how I do it. Been doing that for a long time.
Well, there you go, guys. There's the answer to your question. When he got timed out twice, it was 600 seconds. Yeah, it's only 7:21 a.m. here. It's not 1995. Oh God, I wish it was back in 1995.
Oh, hey, it's Grammy. What's up? Get to look at the chat. He loves it when I call him Grammy too. He likes that.
1995, I was no kid and running amok doing what I wanted.
Man, you're popular.
Oh yeah,
Oops.
sometimes.
Well, a kid turning down pizza, that's pretty rare, huh?
Gonna piss off. Oh God, I feel like taking Gunner's wrench away from him. Does anyone want to time him out?
Man, I guess I'm not coming through very clear again.
I can hear you pretty clear.
Let me listen to myself.
Oh shit.
That don't sound too bad. It's a little low, but it don't sound too bad.
No, I can hear you. It's not.
Little low.
Sometimes it is, but not at the moment.
Yeah, I gotta figure out what's going on. If I can figure out make it louder with my phone somehow.
We have pictures of a certain vlogger's girl and home life. Would you be interested? It's under real interesting stuff, almost comical but sad. Not sure what you talk about there, Face Runner.
He's starting conspiracy theories.
We just said we have pictures of a certain vlogger's girl and home life. Would you be interested? It's under real interesting stuff, almost comical but sad. Hmm.
Yeah, put up the goods or don't
Uh,
try to bait us into it.
See you, Linda. Yeah, Graham. They were the days.
Only 4 kids. Jesus.
I think you end up with 5.
He probably has 8 or 9 by now.
No, I think he's still only got 5. That's an indoor soccer team.
I just read what Dick Enormous wrote. That's too funny. Did he
Uh,
really say that? But this is my first pony ride. Oh my
Jesus.
god.
Again, I just don't have nothing to do with that, Frank. I can't be bothered.
No, he's a wacko. I quit watching that dude a long time ago.
Yeah. Yeah, Gunner, he's got 5 now. So,
Ooh, man, I got 1. I couldn't imagine handling any more.
yeah. You don't plan on having more?
No, I've already got snipped. 1 and done, buddy.
Oh, goodness. But you're lucky. Your little Tacker's still at a good age. He's only 5, so That's a great age. As they get older, you start to miss all the little things like the hugs and the kisses and the sitting on your lap. And
Yeah.
I definitely I missed all that. Getting a kiss before he went to bed and shit like that. And
Daddy, I love you.
yeah, it all goes away.
Still got to laugh about the pony ride thing. Oh my goodness.
Well, I got my nerves. I'd be in a straitjacket if I had four.
I don't know. I mean, I guess you work it. I mean, obviously, before I even had one, I didn't even know what the hell I was going to do. I'm sure as they're coming out, you adapt.
Well, that's the yeah. I think it's easy to say, oh no, I couldn't deal with that or whatever, or it would drive me crazy. But I think, like you said, it's something that you just it probably wouldn't be anywhere near as bad as you think. Although I'm sure there's times where it would get it'd be a little bit stressful if you had, got five kids and they're all fighting and making noise. And oh, you got
Oh
two
yeah,
dick cider.
yeah. I see. Occasionally go to whatever store, and there's a mom or dad. They got like three or four of them running around with them. I'm like, oh my gosh.
That's the. I'll tell you what. That's a big pet hate of mine. Whether they got two, three, or four, um, you're out somewhere and the kids are just behaving like total brats, and the parents don't do nothing about it. God, I hate that.
Yeah, likewise.
I mean, when we used to go out, my son was, on pretty good behaviour, and as I said, he was a good kid, so we were lucky. But if he carried on like some of these kids, I'd be on it straight away. But some people just let their kids run amok.
Yeah. Have you seen some of these videos too, where people don't even care what their kids are doing?
Yeah, yep.
Oh man, I mean, some of it's crazy.
Yeah. Well, that's being polite, calling it crazy. Um, I mean, I've been in restaurants, mate, where you've had a couple of little kids just running around the place, mate, knocking into tables and shit. Maybe so, sister, but I know I'd never been allowed to do a lot of the shit the kids do now.
Yeah, I know my kid gets a little bratty. She's
My
trying to
father,
stop her from. Well, the thing is, you might have your kid like my daughter's done it, where she's running around the freaking restaurant, trying to calm her down, but the parents don't even try. They're just letting
yep,
them do whatever.
yeah, and it makes it hard to enjoy yourself when you're out when it's like that. Remember, folks, men don't get much of a say when it comes to. That's true, Graham.
Well, it depends on how you mean. You probably got to say when you made them kids.
But I understand what he's saying. In principle, he's
Yeah,
right.
thank you. Well, yeah, especially with all the abortion type stuff.
Well, I understand where it's women can argue that's their body and that, but I think if you're a couple, I think a guy should have a bit of a say in it.
I totally agree with that. I kind of really don't know where I stand on the whole abortion thing, to be honest with you. But there's just some things they say I don't agree with. I don't think a woman, she should, even if a one night stand, she needs to get in touch with the guy to see if this is something, because I mean, I understand she has to carry it, but it was both of them that made it.
Well, my argument would be that if she carried it through and had the child, he's going to be responsible for paying for it.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like if you can throw that at a guy, then he should have a say in a lot of it too. What's this? There's Ian just said there's an Indian man in the news this week, and he's suing his parents for giving birth to him. What the hell? How insane is that?
That should be immediately thrown out of the court.
Oh wow! What did I hear? The one on Joe Rogan with Elon Musk.
Well, I don't know what yesterday with they were talking about with him and Sam Harris. Sam Harris brought up, he didn't say who, but at some large company that there was a guy who identified as like one of the Furbies. I guess he thought he was some kind of animal or cat, and and he needed a litter box. Did you hear that? They were like
No.
he was going to try to sue him or something like that because they didn't provide a litter box at the company or something like that. I mean, this is the kind of crazy shit we're dealing with these days.
I just remember Elon Musk talking to Joe Rogan about someone that tried to sue him over something stupid, but thankfully they had a decent judge who told him to get out and stop wasting his time. It's senseless. If a criminal shoots a woman in the womb while she is walking into an abortion clinic, he gets charged for murder. Well, if he kills a woman, yeah, of course. I think I see what you're saying. No, Dick aside, I think at the end of the day, and I know I say that a lot, there is a case, and
No,
for
you
women
never say
to,
that.
there is a case for women to have abortion on certain things. If it's going to affect her, if it's a risk to her life, if there's some issues with the baby, if we're talking about a rape case, I think abortion does have a place. Um, I think though I, if you're just getting a woman who's constantly getting pregnant because she doesn't take precautions and is constantly having abortions, and there's issues with that. It's an abuse of the medical procedure, but I think there are reasons, um, legitimate reasons for having an abortion. That's for sure. Uh, and in some cases, it's hard to deny the fact, that we in some cases shouldn't be telling a woman what to do with her body. No, it shouldn't be used as a contraceptive. I agree with that. Oh, well, that's debatable, Ian. Um, and this is going to be an argument that's going to go on for a long time. When is it life? When is and I don't think you can call it life at the point of ejaculation. I don't think even at the point of conception you can call it life. Um, it's something we're going to argue over for a long time, though. I agree with that, Gunner.
Yeah, and it's such a debatable thing because there is no one rule that can kind of fit every situation type thing. Like you were saying, medical reasons or rape or when is it humane? Like I mean, there's somewhere in between the first day of conception and the day before birth. I mean, when is it okay to actually the day after pill? Is that okay? Um, I'm all about well-being, and after having a kid, I realize I would want every child to be born, but if you can stop it within the first, I don't know what it is now. Whether it used to be a rule, I don't know. What the first 8 weeks, 9 weeks, I forget exactly. You're supposed to have an abortion before that time, but I mean, I don't know. I just don't really know how to answer it and truly where I stand with it.
Yeah, I'd like to see those stats wide America because uh, that seems a lot. So that you got 40 to 50 million abortions every year. That just seems way out of whack.
How many did he say?
40 to 50 million abortions a year.
Throughout the whole world?
Yeah, I can't see that.
Oh, I don't know. That seems drastic. Was it Planned Parenthood in America does like 300,000, 200, 300,000, I think?
A
I
year?
remember hearing. Yeah.
Wow.
That's just one organization here in the USA. I don't know. I guess I could Google that real quick. Here, I'll do a quick Google.
Yeah, WAE just said he Googled it. Jesus. Graham, I mean, that's a good point. The heartbeat. I mean, do we know there's any consciousness there, or yeah, that's true, Face Runner. Um, I mean, I don't know if there's ever been a legal precedent set for uh, when it's actually life or not. It's a it's a hornet's nest for sure. Yeah. Plus, they don't believe in abortion over there, Ian, being a Catholic country. Jesus, Graham. How the hell that can make you think of breakfast? You're a sick puppy, man.
Yeah, so one of the first things I did an internet search, man, yeah, approximately 45 million abortions per world. They're saying in the USA they have 4,000 a day. And since 1973, the year I was born, there's been 40 million in the USA that have been performed.
Yeah, it's crazy. It, I guess the abortion subject is a bit like politics and religion. It's a really touchy one. Hey, Crystal, how you doing? Actually, um, this would be a good subject to get Crystal's views on. Um, I mean, we're hearing it all from the men's side of things here. Um, how about you, Crystal? Do you want to give us your views on abortion? If not, that's all good. But it would be interesting to hear a woman's point of view, which we don't hear too often. And it's all fine for us guys here to be having an opinion on it. Well, that's an argument there, Face Runner. Like the same as if I guess a woman wants an abortion, shouldn't a guy get the have a say in it as well? Jesus, Gunner. I mean, it is a touchy subject. Um, some people don't want to touch it at all. No, Graham. No, 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 no. Um, he might be Ian. I mean, I know Focus and I have differing opinions on things. We definitely don't agree on everything. It's probably which is a good thing. Oh, we scared Crystal off, I think. Jesus, Crystal, you chicken. Yeah, I know he's a family man. We lucked out in life's lottery. A lot of males in different species getting eaten right after sex. I think the praying mantis is one of those. That can happen if they're not careful. Yeah, that's true. There is better things to talk about, Gunner. It is it's a touchy subject and a hot topic at the moment. I just thought all we're doing is getting men's view was on it. Oh, no worries, Crystal. Just thought you might want to give us your thoughts on the particular subject, but that's all good. Well, I would say as soon as you sign the birth certificate, you become financially responsible. What's this, Ian? He was really on form today. He was bullying Jerry big time. I don't know. I'll have to check it out. Yeah. Well, no, I was just seeing, Crystal, if you had a view on this abortion issue that's come up at the moment. But if you don't, just say so and all good. But all we're doing at the moment is getting men's view on it, and it's probably not fair without getting a view from the other side. I mean, personally, I think there is a reason and there is a need for the procedure at times, although it does tend to get abused. And like a lot of guys here, you know, really don't like the idea of it being used as a contraception, which I can understand.
So I'm just looking at the chat. I guess y'all can hear my music in the background. Yeah, girls just want to have fun was on, and I am at a drag queen show eating
Yeah,
pizza.
you and I'm surprised you're not playing Spice Girls. Yes, but when you sign, then you're just a kid's guardian. I think there's a bit more to it than that. I mean, yeah, definitely a bit more to it than that. WAE. Well, gonna just get in a car, put him in there. You just, I just tell them if they want to get pregnant, they have to swallow more. Oh shit, Dick Asida. I don't know what sort of girls you date, but if they're believing that one, mate, uh, good on you. If you can get that one to, if you get that line to work. Well, over here, the government does pay, mate. Tell you what, welfare system's pretty good over here for a single mother. Even low income families get helped out here. Yes, then your kids are traded on. That's a very negative view, WAE. You got a harsh view on things. The right amount of vodka helps. Look, I think when it comes to the government looking at the population, they do look at it as a workforce. That's for sure. Yeah, sure, Dick Insider. You're right in that they just see uh, the general public as a workforce. That's for sure. And that's becoming more and more evident. Yeah, that's it. They see you as a source of income for the government. You know, the taxes thing, Jesus. And the bit that pisses me off, really makes me angry, Gunner, is you have, and I can't remember who it was. He was American. He was a billionaire. I think he was going to try and get in as president one time, but he came out, did an interview, and criticized the tax system you have in America, which is really, really shonky. But he turned around and said that his secretary pays more tax than he does. Now if you've got a billionaire and his secretary is paying more taxes than he does, um, then you got some serious issues with. And I mean, we got it here in Australia. You've obviously got it over there. Um, that's the shit that needs to be fixed up. You know, there's no way in any society should a billionaire, millionaire um, not pay taxes that a normal person would. You know. There's just so many loopholes that they're using, and it's bullshit. Well, the bottom line is, mate, you can close loopholes, and that's what should be happening. That's what good government should be doing. You know, you're talking about needing money for this and money for that, and we've got to put taxes up. Well, no, you don't have to put taxes up. You just got to tax people correctly, and making sure that these other guys are paying, the tax that they should be paying, and not letting them get away with all these loopholes and shit. It's a joke. Yeah. It's to me that's criminal. She paid a higher percentage than he did, but it's still fucked up. Well, that's where it's wrong. Full stop, Dick Insider. Hey, Andy, welcome back. Yeah, that's right. Tax is not a voluntary thing. You don't pay, you're going to be in big trouble. It's not voluntary, Face Runner. How can you say tax is voluntary? Because I know over there you got the IRS, so they can lock you up. I remember. I mean, that's the only way they were able to get Al Capone was on tax evasion. So I don't think you can say that tax is a voluntary thing. Fourth, fifth protect us haven't paid in over 20 years. I don't know how you managed to get away with that, Face Runner.
Yeah, so apparently there's some type of, I don't know if it's a loophole, but apparently as long as you file, you can, and Face one might know more. I haven't heard this in a while, but excuse me, you can sign something or fill out some form saying you don't have to pay taxes because of this particular reason. And I hear a bunch of people have gotten out of that before. How true it is, I don't know.
Hey, Slow Ride. That's weird. I mean, you guys know the system over there better than I do.
I've years ago I thought about maybe trying that, but I didn't want to get involved in it, and then the IRS coming down harder on me than they already do as someone who works for themselves.
Yeah, so you don't want to bring
Yeah,
attention on
it's already
yourself.
it's already a pain in the ass as is. So
Yeah, I used to have an accountant on it. Well, obviously, you got yourself sorted out, Face Runner. Um, I'm a little bit surprised by that. But Loss was just saying he's heard something like that as well. So the only thing you pay is FICA and Medicare. Jesus, evil Andy.
I would like to see WAV's birth certificate, his Midwest bank thing. That's pretty funny.
uh, Pertinent question is Dave Knopfler legit or loony? Um, well, I mean, uh, legit, I guess. I mean, he's a real person, and um, I, I think recent times he's just had he's flipped out a little bit, and I've even wondered what's going on with him. But yeah, he's a legit person. He's just been pushed by uh, what's this? PewDiePie subscribe to your channel. What the hell? How you doing, Jerry? Hang on, guys. I want to check. There can't be the real PewDiePie, that's for sure. Let me have a look. You guys shouldn't start a timer out to at least check him out. Always go to their channel and have a look. So, 2 subscribers. Okay. So it's not the. Okay. No problem. It was a bit weird. How's things, Jerry, in the land of Chicago? Oh, we've got Face Runner. Look, well, Face, no point going on about him here. Yeah, personally, I've copped it from him in recent times. So I don't have an issue with him. If he wants to talk shit about me, he's welcome to do that. It's not a big deal to me. You want to come on, Jerry? It's Friday where you are. That's your day off. You should be sitting at home at the moment. And if you want to come on, let me know. I'll put the link in the chat for you. You're always welcome, Jerry. We heard something earlier. Someone was saying that Focus was getting into you or something. Yeah, I'll send the link in for you, mate. All right, Andy. You take care, mate. Oh, geez. Why making an expat? I'm not sure how to take some of that stuff with
For 6 years on new styles for every room in your home. Shop and save today at Ashley Home Store. This is home.
Hey, what's
Hey,
up,
Jeff.
brother?
How you doing, mate?
Hey, good. How you doing?
Yeah, good. What is the guys was talking about? You got TV on?
Oh, hang in. You can hear the TV in the background. Hang on. Let me turn that down. Hang on.
What's this we were hearing about? Focus getting into you or something?
What's going on?
Not much. Someone was saying earlier that on a live stream, Focus was getting into you. What was that all about?
Well, no. We just had a difference of opinion on, I think a lot of things have changed in America, in the United States, well as probably other Western countries, right?
Yeah.
And I think he's got a daughter, and his thing is that, he was pissed off. I think what was he saying? From what I recall, I think he was mad about somebody was telling their kid to wear a condom before they have sex with a girl. You know what I mean? And he was basically, from what I gathered, he was basically saying that it's always the guy's fault of getting a girl pregnant, and I disagreed with that. You know what I mean? I think it's a 50-50 thing.
Yeah.
My thing is, I mean, if you're going to tell your kid to slap a condom on, I think it's better than not telling him slap a condom on. You know what I mean? So you're trying to reduce the chance of your kid knocking up a girl, right? I mean, so I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with somebody telling their son to slap a condom on if he's going to have sex. Kids are going to have sex. I mean, that's just the way it is, you know.
His views are skewed because he's had all daughters, mate.
Well, he's got a daughter, that I know. So, and I'm saying that it's a 50-50 thing. I'm saying, well, just don't have your girl spread her legs open. I mean, teach her the right thing, you know. That's my thing. So to me, it's a 50-50. How should I say? You're both at fault. It's not just the guy's fault that he knocked the girl up. She didn't have to have sex with the guy, you know.
I agree.
I mean, that's just my opinion. So we kind of got to the point where we really couldn't agree on that. We weren't yelling or anything like that. Nah, I told him we're never going to agree on something like this because you have one viewpoint and I have a different viewpoint. So to me, again, it's a 50-50 thing. I think we were talking about, all these girls that get knocked up here in the Philippines, guys come here and have sex with these girls, knock them up, and then they just leave. And I'm sure there's a lot of issues with that, especially like in Olongapo, I think Subic area. You got a lot of Amerasian kids, right? You have a lot of them there. I saw a video, like a YouTube video on that, a while back. It's there's a lot of single, single moms, with biracial kids. So, and again, hey. It gets this 50-50 thing. She didn't have to lay down with that guy. Just like that dude running around the Philippines, that American dude. What's his name? Larry escaping for the Philippines. He's not using the condom, although he might be using a condom. You never know. And he's banging these girls. These girls don't have to sleep with him. They don't have to sleep with him.
I think the difference, though, in his case is that he bullshits to the girls. I think.
Like he bullshits him like he's gonna marry him. He wants to have a baby with him. He does that in his videos. It's funnier than hell. Here he wouldn't be able to get away with that shit because the women see right through that. But I guess in the Philippines, the women are a little bit. They're much more naive in the Philippines because I think a lot of them are kind of in the hopes of bagging a foreigner. I mean, I think that's what it is, So like, again, it's a two-way street. We weren't mad at each other or anything. We just we had a difference of opinion. And I knew we weren't going to resolve that. We weren't going to come to the meeting of the minds, So we just then we started talking about something else or whatever we did. I kind of went off the subject a little bit.
Yeah, but I think it's always the woman's fault.
Pardon me?
It's always the woman's fault. You know why?
Well, you're just trying to steer the shit.
No, because the JJ feels so good. We just want to get in it more and more. So I'm blaming on them.
Now
I'll go with 50-50, man. It's both faults. That's the way I look at it.
That's weird hearing that from Lost, considering he's got a daughter.
yeah, right. Lost is just trying to stir the pot because I'm on the panel here. That's what he's doing.
Not at all. It's the JJ. I mean, biology. They were born with the good stuff. So.
Look, man, when we were all young, we were all trying to hit that, right? I didn't try to hit every woman that I went out with. Some I tried to get some, and others I'm like, nah, they're just gonna be friends with, and that's it. If you're gonna be careful, you just put on a fucking condom, man, or pull the shit out. I mean, that's what you do, Just, but again, some guys don't give a shit. They'll just, especially guys that come to the Philippines. I'm sure a lot of them are just knocking these women up, man. I mean, I'm sure they do.
I didn't knock up any of them.
What's that?
I didn't knock up any of the girls in the Philippines.
Well, you didn't have sex because you probably didn't have sex in the Philippines. You probably didn't get any.
I didn't do any of that at all.
How can you knock a girl up when you're beaten off? I mean, come on. It's lost.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. But she likes to watch. What can I do?
Yeah, there you go. So, there's all different kinds of sex out there. You don't have to, stick it in, right? So again, everybody's different, man.
I can't get it in deep enough anyway, so
Right, it's because it's too small, right?
Yeah, exactly.
There you go. At least you're honest, Lost. I mean, come on, you're honest. I got to give you that.
It's very short, but it's very fat. I mean, it looks kind of like a.
I don't want to know.
Like
it's too much information. It's
like
too much information, man. Blah 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 blah. La 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 la.
We can.
Too much information.
We can mute him.
Yeah, that's right. You showed me how to do that. That's right. Where's that mute button?
Yeah, but shit. I think I have to agree with you on this one, Jerry. It has to be a 50-50 responsibility thing.
Well, that's the way I look at it, but I guess everybody don't look at it that way.
No, I was joking before. Yeah, of course it's 50-50. It ain't like one person holds the power over the other person.
Right, they're both having sex. I mean, it's unless the girl got raped. I mean, then it's the guy's fault.
Yeah, I mean, outside of rape, I'm talking about.
Besides that,
if it's consensual.
If it's consensual, then it's both their faults. I mean, come on, man. There's, I've had so many friends, not a lot, but I had friends in college, friends in high school that, they had trick babies. I mean, that happened to them, and that happens a lot, especially in they call them trick babies. I mean, that happens a lot.
Like he's a prostitute and gets knocked up? Is that what you mean?
No. These are guys, especially that happens in my neighborhood because I was in a lower income neighborhood. A lot of guys, they'll have sex with a chick. They're in high school, and she just gets pregnant to hang on to the guy. They call trick babies. That's what it's called.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. I don't think I've ever heard it.
It must be a Detroit. It must be a Detroit saying. Maybe that's what it's. Maybe it's a Detroit saying.
Try to trap them in to stay with them.
Yeah, it's a trapment. They call them trick babies. At least in lower end neighborhoods, that's what we call it.
Yeah. Thunder was definitely a trick baby for sure.
Damn, Thunder! You didn't say that about you?
No, that's lost. That's lost, man. I'm used to it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and again, I mean, everybody's different. People, and I don't know, man. It's a type of topic that it's really a no-win situation. You can't really come to with certain people. You can't come to an agreement on something like that. It's kind of hard. Just like certain, politics. I never talk politics with people. Politics and religion, I stay away from them kind of topics.
Hey, Jerry, what do you
Because
think about Trump?
like I said, politics and religion, I stay away from, just because it's, you're never going to come to a mutual agreement. Rarely.
Why do you believe Christianity is a hoax?
Yeah, there we go. So, la 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 la. Oh shit! So, but it is what it is. No, you know what? What do you call it? Joey was cool, man. It just, he gave his opinion, I gave my opinion, and that was that. Nobody was trying to bully me or anything like that. Nah.
I love Joey, but his views are skewed because he's got the daughter in the Philippines, the young lass, and he's got 2 older daughters from his previous marriage. So he's got 3 daughters.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
so,
I don't know. I don't know his situation. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know that. I know he's got 1 daughter.
No, sure. he's got 3. So that skewers his, I think so anyway.
Oh, yeah. I've never seen him like that. But then again, we've never talked on this topic before. But he's cool, man. Look, everybody has their own, how should I say, their own opinions on certain topics, and that's cool. I'll respect you for that. I respect anybody for that. Even if I don't agree with it, I'll still respect you for your opinion.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we just don't have to agree.
Yeah, it's cool.
Sometimes we have to agree to disagree.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think it's a big stretch to not say that it's not a 50-50 thing, because at the end of the day, it's a mutual agreement. But mutual doesn't. It sounds a bit. If you got 2 people agree to have sex, then how can you not have a 50-50 blame if a pregnancy comes of it?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really go into the details of asking, well, why do you look at it that way? We were just kind of talking, and again, on certain topics, I even told him, I go, hey man, we're not going to come to a conclusion here. So, and he goes, that's cool. I mean, it's okay to disagree.
What about I just thought of a different situation, right? So you're having a threesome, right? You got 2 girls, and your girlfriend,
and they rape you, right? The 2 women rape you. Is that what you're trying to say?
No, right? No, you have your girlfriend. You decide to bring another girl in. Well, she decides to bring another girl in, and you get the other girl pregnant. But you didn't want to get her pregnant. It was your girlfriend's idea to have this threesome. So whose fault is it then?
Well, it's whoever's fault that didn't use the protection. I mean, most girls here, once they become of age, a lot of parents will put them on the pill. So, that's really here.
Some people don't like to go on the pill.
What is this protection thing you keep talking about?
Well, you've got the pill. You got condoms, man. Or if you want, just go to a nursing home and you don't have to worry about getting any of them pregnant.
Oh, damn, that's sick, man. That really is sick. I mean, is that what you're into?
Too far, too far.
Damn. Holy shit.
Oh, the fucking you 2 bastards saying I've gone too far. That's
wow, that is sick.
That's
Damn,
well, you better bring a 55-gallon drum of Vaseline if you're gonna be fucking trying to kill that shit.
Yeah. Oh.
I mean, there were stories of the old fellas in those places going nuts in there with all the women. That's what scares me. No wonder.
You know what's funny is my grandpa, towards the end of his life, probably the last couple of years, he was in a nursing home. He was trying to hit it. He was trying to get one of them women. Yeah, he was. They called my uncle, his son, to go down there to see what the hell was going on. But yeah, we heard he was trying to get some, or I don't know if he was trying to get a blowjob, whatever the hell he was trying to do in that nursing home. But hey, that's you'd be surprised some of the shit that apparently happens in these nursing homes,
right,
man.
Right. He just wanted a sponge bath. That's all.
Yeah, right. Oh man.
Well, get this, slow ride just said thunder. The nursing homes are full of STDs. Hard to believe, huh? No, it's not hard to believe. I think they're dirty old bastards in there. Of some of the stories I've heard that been in the paper about nursing homes and what goes on in there. It's like a swingers club, mate.
Damn. I'm trying to picture that in my mind. It's
No,
not a
don't.
good picture.
No,
It's not a good picture.
That's where it
really
becomes.
isn't.
That's where it becomes sick, Jerry. When you try and picture it.
Yeah, it's not good, man. It's not good. Not at all.
So you got your day off in it?
No, actually, I went in today just to get some stuff done. I got a trip coming up in another week, so I'll be out of town for close to 3 weeks.
Speaking of old folks, Jerry, how you been doing?
Lost. But who looks older? That's the question, Lost.
What gets
lost? No, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good.
He's the Texan stud, mate. So
I got to bust Jerry balls. I haven't talked to him in a while.
You said you're going away for a few weeks. I thought you were supposed to be heading to the Philippines soon.
I am. Yeah, I am. Yeah, for 3 weeks. Yep. I'll be coming. Shoot some videos. Just doing a bunch of shit all around Manila this time, though, which is good.
Just a little vacation, or you house hunting or whatever?
No, this is vacate. This is vacation.
Okay. Because I know you're not. I guess you got less than a year or something like that.
Yeah, probably. We're hoping by the fall. If everything works out, by the fall, somewhere around September, October, November, right around there. Hopefully September. The earlier the better. So
nice.
It's time to get out. I'm tired. I don't even want to work anymore. I had enough. Enough is enough. So
yeah, don't blame you. I know how much you want to get back over there too.
Yeah, it's just not happening for me here in the States, man. It's really, to me, it's just boring. I mean, we got a trip to Washington, D.C. coming up in May for a few days. And we may do one more trip, take an Amtrak train all the way out to San Francisco. It's supposed to be a nice scenic route. One way to San Francisco and maybe, rent a car there and then fly back from either LA or Phoenix or something like that. I don't know. We're going to try to do something right before we come.
Jared, just remember, I wanted to congratulate you. I finally went back and listened to you. Gave PV the old yelling there. Gave him.
Which one was it? The first or second time?
2 words. Oh, I don't know. Was there a second one?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a second one too.
What? All right, I gotta go back and listen to that one too now.
I heard the second one. That's the one I heard.
What happened with the second one? Was it pretty much the same thing?
Yeah, somewhat, pretty much. Again, it's. I'm surprised it even came on, because he blocked me. I think I'm blocked on his channel. I think he was in my Facebook. Yeah, he was in my Facebook. So he unfriended me and blocked me on Facebook apparently, because he sent me a message like it was unacceptable the way I talked to him or something like that. Whatever I said. All I said was just get a job. It's not, it's not a big deal. What kind of irks me is I don't have a problem with these guys getting this SSDI or whatever they're getting. SSDI, you earned it, right? Social Security Disability, you've earned it. I don't have a problem with that. But here's the thing. If it's such a small amount, why would you even want it? Just go get a fucking job. You're going to make what this monthly amount that you get, you can probably make that in 1 week working. Just go get a job. Because a lot of these guys, technically they're disabled, but they can work. They're probably on the edge. It's not like, I know guys that have bigger disabilities than these guys, and they're working. Fuck it, they're going for the paychecks. They're working.
Yeah, I agree.
So that's my, how should I say, my that's the problem I have. Why would you want to, and why not try to uplift yourself? That's the point I was trying to make to him. Dude, the guy's running around from shelter to shelter, whatever in the hell he's doing. Dude, just go out and get a job. You can get your own apartment. You could probably get a car. What's he thinking? I'm a little confused. And to be frank with you, I wouldn't want to be in that situation. I would try to get out of that situation as fast as possible. I don't know. know, man. I don't know. And then the dude's messing with the other guy's money. I mean, and the guy's in the Philippines. Man, if you cut the guy's money off, he's gonna be in deep shit. I mean, deep shit.
That's funny
You know?
that all that shit was going on because he's been quiet now for a long time. That person.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, he kind of needs to. I
We
don't
have
know. He needs to be. He really needs to start thinking what he needs to do. It's kind of a shame because I started watching that guy when he had about 15, 20 subs, and I was watching his trek. I was watching him when he was in New York, trying to get to Vegas, whatever he's doing to get to the Philippines. It was kind of an interesting story. I was like, holy shit, this guy's really actually going to come out. But what I think his mistake was when he first came out to the Philippines, he should have been focusing on his channel, try to make some AdSense or something because additional income,
Yeah.
But now it's too late. If he would have tried to grow his channel when he first came like 3 years ago, I bet he could have been making easily on AdSense alone, not even Super Chat, probably a good $300 to $500 a month easily. Yeah, you can do that.
Jesus.
Yeah, and that would have really picked up the slack, with the whatever Social Security he's getting or whatever disability. That would have really helped out, but he didn't really sit there and plan it. And there's no planning involved. That's the thing. You got to plan when you go to the Philippines. You got to look at your situation and say, what do I need? Do I need to make more money? Do I need this? Do I need that? There's really a lot of planning to do before you go to the Philippines, before you move. You don't just go and say, all right, I'm moving to the Philippines tomorrow. Come on, just don't do that,
Yeah, Lefty, I'm sure there are reasons why, some people can't work, and I understand that. I think Jerry does too. Ed, as far as he should go back to the States and get a job also, well, the bottom line is that might be the case, but it's not for us to say or, make that call really. But it's just funny that he hasn't been on. I don't watch him, but I still get the notifications, and I've seen nothing from him for a while now since all this shit with PV. So I don't know what's going on and whether he's hiding from MJ or.
Oh, yeah, that dude. I don't know. It's hard to say. I don't know. Who knows?
Well, MJ's in Davao at the moment, so.
Yeah, but MJ's not going to do anything. He's not going to go over there looking for him. He's not going to do it.
I know that. MJ is a shit stirrer. He just likes stirring the shit. That's all.
Right. Yeah, that's what it is. He's not going to go looking for that dude. There's no reason. Why would you go and look for him,
Yeah. Well, I just think MJ just likes poking people with sticks, and that's just
yeah.
what it is.
Yeah, and then you just got to poke back. That's all you got to do. Poke back, and that's it,
Yeah.
This is all for fun, right? We're all having fun here.
I'd be more worried about the shit that PV was doing to him.
Well, that's not cool what PV was doing, man. I mean, sending emails to Social Security office, sending emails to whatever FBI or whatever in the hell he was doing. I don't know what he's doing, but that's not really a good thing to do, man. It's not cool.
Well, I can't imagine PV affording the stamp to put on a letter.
I don't know how this guy's living, but I mean, it's harder to live in the States than it was in the Philippines. I mean, your money, probably his whatever disability check probably went a lot further in the Philippines than it does in the U.S.
And I can understand that, and that in one way, if you can live that lifestyle, it's a good way to do it. But the problem is we got guys over there on a certain amount of money who want to live like tourists.
Yeah.
And you can't do it.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be realistic when you move to the Philippines or any foreign country and say, hey, can I afford this? I mean, that's the thing. You got to really sit down and say, can I really afford to live in this foreign country? You got to sit there and look at all the expenses that you're going to have in that country. Don't wait till you get to the country to figure out what your expenses are. Figure that out before you get to that country. And you got to factor in visa fees. You got to factor in maybe health insurance. There's all kinds of shit you should really factor in. And you got to look at the numbers. And if you can't afford it, don't go.
Yeah.
Or try to cut your expenses some other way, or maybe different island. I don't know, but you got to really sit down and put the numbers together before you move, man. You don't just sell everything and just move to the Philippines or move to bumfuck Egypt or wherever you're going, you know.
Well, with the
So-
money that with the kind of budgets I've heard thrown around, you could live there, but you'd have to live like a local.
Yeah, and the question is, do you want to live like a local, or can you live like a local? That's the question.
Exactly.
You know?
And
I mean,
obviously,
I tell anybody, man, if you ain't got $1,500 a month, don't bother going.
Yeah.
And two people can live on $1,500, not just one. I'd say with one, you can probably do it on $1,200. It's better $1,500. But two people can live on $1,500 because, again, you know, that second person, like your wife, whatever, she's not going to be that much more expensive. You know what I mean? If you're living a basic lifestyle, we don't live an extravagant lifestyle.
the bottom line is if you've got a house over there, you're renting a house, for instance, and you're paying your bills, whatever. Now, it's not going to be any more for a second person to live in there with you. You're going to pay that
Right.
money anyway.
Yeah.
And I guess if you're living with a local girl, you're going to have more home cooked meals, and you know,
Well, yeah. So you'll save in that aspect. You won't have to be. I mean, I know how to cook, so it's not a big deal. But
I
a
think
lot of guys don't know how to cook. You know,
I think it would even out at the end of the day, I think. So whether you're living alone or with someone, I don't think it's a big issue.
Right. Look, man, $1,500. If you're making $1,500 a month, you're for sure gonna make it. Whether it's for you and your wife or for yourself, especially if you're by yourself, you're gonna make it. $1,500 a month. If you can't make it on $1,500 a month, something's wrong with you.
Well,
something's wrong.
I can understand that if you're drinking and partying all the time.
Yeah, that's true. That's where a lot of the money goes. Yeah, probably. I'm not a drinker, and I don't smoke, and I'm not a drinker.
Well, you're laughing.
So, you know.
Dee does all the drinking for you.
No, she's not. I know she'll have a glass of wine or something, or a little margarita. But I mean, when I say I'm not a drinker, I mean I'll have a drink occasionally, but I don't drink on a regular basis. I don't hang out in bars. You know, I'm not a bar fly. None of that kind of shit. You know. So. Yeah, I mean, you know, white American expats, it's got a credit card. That's his exit plan. I mean, you can either have some backup cash or have a credit card. Either way, it's your exit plan, you know, one way or the other. It'll get you out. But, I mean, you've got to have some backup money if you're moving to the Philippines. I mean, the whole thing is you don't want to have any kind of credit card debt when you're in the Philippines because you really, you know, you don't want to be paying on the credit card. That's not what you want to be doing. So you really actually need cash. Backup cash reserves when you go to the Philippines. You can leave it here. Don't take all your cash to the Philippines. Just leave it here. And just every month, send yourself some money, or every other month, send yourself some money, you know. Do that.
Gunner, Jerry, I got $5 a month and a half a sack of rice. Can I rent your couch when I come over?
Damn, Gun. No. We won't be home. We're not here. Wrong number. You know, so
WAE, you probably could live for $500 a month if you're willing to live like a local. You don't drink, you don't smoke.
Ed's got a room. Ed's got a room for rent. Gun. Ed's got a room for rent. Not a lot going on in his town. Not a lot going on there, but he's got a room for rent.
Again, this budget thing, it really does come down to your lifestyle, and if you're going to be honest, as Westerners, we do expect a certain level of living. So, yeah, I mean, like you said, Jerry, you know, you're talking $1,500 a month. If you want to live like a Westerner and just have a reasonable life, that's still cheap as shit anyway.
Well, yeah, look, if $1,500 a month if you have backup money, but if you have no backup money, like I know friends that are going to be moving to the Philippines, it doesn't have a lot of backup money, but the guy's pension is going to be coming in around $3,000 a month. See what I mean? So if you don't have any backup money, you better have at least $2,500 a month coming in. But if you have backup money, then you can go with $1,500 a month, and if you got a good reserves and backup reserves, so you got choices there, you know.
Yeah, exactly. I think at the end of the day, we're probably fooling ourselves, any of us, if we think we could go there and live like a local. I couldn't. I couldn't do it.
If you were forced to, I bet you would.
Oh, if you're forced to, but God, I wouldn't want to. I don't want to be. I don't want to be eating rice every day, mate. And you know,
yeah, but you know what? There's people that really like the country, say the Philippines, and they're willing to, and they say they don't have a big budget, but they're willing to try to do it, you know, and live like a local. Some of them are actually happy living that way, believe it or not, and others, you know, they're not. You know, they can't do it. You know, so. But again, how much does it cost a local to live on a monthly basis? It's really hard to say how much a local's cost is, because keep in mind, you got 2, 3, 4 families, you know, 4 generations living in one house, you know, sharing. So they don't really have, a lot of them don't have rent or mortgage expense there. There's no such, you know what I mean? So it's really hard to figure out what the cost is for a local. Very hard.
Yeah. But I guess they can get along on almost nothing, really, because they'll eat rice every day and for every meal.
Yeah.
Yeah. I couldn't do that. I wouldn't want to do that, Jerry. I mean, I can live, you know, like what you'd call maybe bare minimum, but I still want to have a decent place to live in. I still want to be able to use an aircon and not, you know, sit there bloody, you know, in a hot house all day.
Well, I mean, look, if you're going to move to the Philippines as a Westerner, you should have a better life in the Philippines than your home country. Now, what does that mean? What does that mean? You know, I look at the way I'm renting right now. So I'm renting, I got a car, but I don't need a car in the Philippines, right? I'll probably get a scooter or a motorcycle. There, I can rent an apartment, less expensive than what I have here, cost-wise, and I may have a pool, a swimming pool. And it's gated, there's security. So again, you know, you can live better, or you should be able to live better in the Philippines than in your home country.
Well, that should be your aim if you're going there for that reason. You know, if you're going to go there to retire, you want a better life than, you know.
Right. But and it's white American expat, that's true. It's not for everybody. Yeah, I can't. What works for me may not work for others. That's true, though. I agree. You know. Everybody's different.
Well, when you say not everyone's like you, I think what we're referring to is that people that go over there on the minimal budget and try and get away with that. You know, we've seen guys over there struggle.
Yeah.
But again,
I think if I was as rich as Lost Nomad, then I wouldn't even worry about that. I would just go and just move over there, you know?
Probably.
But us little people, you know, us poor people, we have to, you know, scrape and save and plan.
When I considered the Philippines, I was thinking around about a $1,200 to $1,500 a month budget. So, of course, that was, you know, 8 years ago. So.
Yeah. Look, I think if you're going to retire or, you know, go to live somewhere like that, you need to have an income. And I'm not sure that going on welfare is the greatest of ideas, because, I mean, I guess the way governments are, they can change that or stop that at any time, you know.
Well, with the Trump administration, I'm sure that they're starting to cut all that shit. Republicans always cut welfare. So again, if you're getting any kind of welfare or any kind of welfare type of income here and you're trying to live over there, yeah, your shit might get cut eventually. You know, it just depends what kind of welfare or what kind of subsidies you're getting. You know.
I've heard things over here where, and I'm gonna have to check up on this, but where the government here is trying to stop people from retiring to countries overseas.
And you know why, right? They're trying to keep the money in the country. Every time somebody moves overseas, that means dollars go out of the country. Money goes out of the country to another economy. They want you to spend the Australian dollar or, you know, US dollars in your own economy. That's not good for the economy when people move out.
Hey Jerry, wasn't there something a couple years ago the government did with banking when you go overseas or something?
Yeah, you know, I saw that. There was in the Wall Street Journal. What they did with Fidelity Investments, because I use Fidelity, I think if they know that you're living overseas, you won't be able to invest in mutual funds or stocks anymore. They'll still let you do CDs, but they limited on the type of investments you can do if you're living in a foreign country. Yeah, I saw that. I remember that. Again, they don't want the money to go out of the country. That's why. They want you to spend that money in the economy, in your own economy, home country's economy.
Yeah, well, I can see that becoming a bigger issue in the future.
Well, there's a lot of people. Smart money doesn't live in the U.S., man. Smart money lives outside the U.S. If you're working in the U.S., the only reason you should be in the U.S. is if you're working and trying to make some money. But if you're not working, there's no way you can. Most people can't retire or will not be able to retire in the U.S.
Well,
I mean,
I've heard of lots of people going to Mexico and South America.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Mexico, Costa Rica, Panama. That's all built up now. Now it's what is it now, Lost? Dominican Republic is one of them now? Or what's some of them other countries? Ecuador is another one that people were going to. That was another one, big one. Ecuador. Yeah.
And you can't blame them.
Well, yeah. How are you going to retire in the U.S., man? I mean, I could retire in the U.S., but I might run out of money if I live past 80. I might. And I might live past 80. I hope I do. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird, like saying, the government don't want the money to leave the country.
They don't.
But at the same time, they don't make it possible for you to live there.
That's right. They don't. Yeah. Yeah. Again, you have to understand 64% of people take early retirement at 62. And there's no way you can live off of Social Security early retirement if that's all you got coming in. And a lot of people, there's no pensions anymore. Pensions are gone. That shit's coming to an end, all these pensions and stuff like that. Or very few companies offer pensions now.
I guess in military, they still got, still get the 20-year pension.
Yeah, but they got to start cutting shit like that too. You watch. They're cutting everywhere now. They're trying to cut budgets. They're cutting everything. If Trump gets in a second term, then they're going to be cut like crazy. They have to. Huge deficits. They're going to have to cut.
Yeah.
They're going to be cutting Social Security too. That's why you better take it as fast as possible.
I'll be curious to see what they do, especially here in Australia as well, because I remember something coming up about it, because people were living overseas in some countries, and on their pension they were able to have someone cook for them, someone clean their house for them, and still have money left over, on a pension, which that would never happen here.
No, not at all.
Hang on, what's going on? I've just lost the chat. Disconnected. Uh-oh. You still hear me, Jerry?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, it might be just a issue with YouTube or something, because I just lost the chat. It must be the internet connection.
You lost the chat?
It says the chat's disconnected.
Oh, you don't see the chat? I see the chat. Are you there? Oh, shit. Lost, are you there?
Yeah, I mean, I think we just lost Thunder. He must be having.
He'll be back. He'll be back on. Yeah. I can still see the chat. Can you still see the chat?
I'm not looking at the chat, so I don't know.
Yeah, I can see it.
As long as you can see it, it's possible. I'm sure it was. He is the one with the problem.
Yeah, he'll be back.
Yeah.
Yeah, Slow Ride says Ecuador is getting more expensive. Yeah, I'm sure it is. Just like Panama and Costa Rica are expensive now.
Yeah, they're all going to get more expensive. I mean, it's just the way the world's working right now.
Yeah.
Eventually people start going to other third world countries that get more developed or something. They'll start going to, I can't even think of a place off the top of my head. Maybe Africa or something like that, somewhere there.
Well, there's always going to be a new place to go to that's underdeveloped, But it's interesting with the Philippines though. it's getting developed, but it's to them there's a lot of inflation. To me, since I started going there in 2014, and again, each time I take a trip, it doesn't get that more. It's not that much more expensive to take the trip. It's actually the costs have kind of gone down for me each time I've taken a trip. But a lot of the
Well,
savings were in
I
plane
hear,
tickets.
I heard percentage-wise, or they've had over the past few many years, they've had like excuse me, about a 9% inflation. But of course, the American dollar's gotten stronger, so
But the
as
dollar's gotten
Americans,
stronger too, though. Yeah.
well, yeah, peso weaker, dollar stronger, so it hasn't, probably affected
Yeah.
us as Americans.
Yeah.
Because like Colombia, even though things have got more expensive down there, I mean, I can literally see it. But when I started going down there, it was 2,000 pesos. Now it's a little over 3,000.
Mm.
So even though it's got inflation's gone up, but the dollar value is also increased along with it. So it hasn't.
And it depends what you're buying too. You know. I
Yeah,
mean,
but
if
just
you're buying
general
local
goods.
fruits, local vegetables, that shit doesn't go up that much. The local stuff.
No,
The imported
that
goods.
stuff's all expensive. But like restaurants, you can see roughly, within like this one pizza place I like to go there. When I first started going there, you get this big old, it's called mega pizza, and you get these big giant slices of pizza. They're huge. On there, they're about 8,000-9,000 for a slice. They're probably up to about 12, 13, maybe even 14,000. I'll go here in a couple months when I go back. It'll be more expensive, for example.
No.
And then, Colombia has inflation no matter what, because every year they automatically increase wages by whatever the percentage, I forget. So, naturally, companies got to compensate for
Sure.
wages.
But you know what they're doing here in Chicago? This new governor that we got, he's a Democrat. He wants to raise the minimum wage throughout the whole state up to $15 an hour. It's crazy. Right now in Chicago, the minimum wage is $12 an hour, and it's going up to 13 this July, and then it caps out at 13. Now this guy wants to raise it throughout the whole state. Now, if you go in the suburbs, they're still paying minimum wages like I think $10 an hour, and other suburbs like $8.25 an hour. But in Chicago, it's 13. It's going to be $13 an hour.
Yeah, you can't do that. That's the problem with like a big developed city in New York, Chicago, all these places. Of course, it's more expensive. You have to pay more. But yeah, you can't put that into a rural town somewhere else in Illinois. That's crazy.
Yeah, they're gonna do that throughout the whole state. That's gonna be really weird. I mean, how can you go to a little town like bumfuck out in the middle of nowhere and pay them $15 an hour? That's crazy. I'm not sure how they're gonna do that, but
yeah. More.
Oh, dude, I'm losing you. What the hell happened to Thunder, man? Damn. Holy shit. I don't know where he's at.
I don't know. He's still using that Fireball. There he is. I heard him come back in.
He needs to get a new computer. That's what he needs to get.
He does have no one. He ain't using it. He's still using his Fireball.
Why is that?
He's a moron. Hey, Thunder, you there? I see him in the chat. I don't hear him, though, if he's trying to speak.
I don't even see him in the chat.
I'll be right back. Oh, yeah. For me, it just showed that it just came on. And I can see him, well, not in the chat, in the Hangouts.
You see him in Hangouts? Hang on.
Yeah,
Let me see if I see him in the Hangouts. Yeah, I see him in the Hangouts. Hey, Fuckstick, are you there? Nah, he's not there. He looks like he's there.
Wanker.
Shit.
Yeah, he'll probably start chit-chatting in a minute. Here, I'll be right to the chatters.
In Australia, McDonald workers get $24 an hour. Come on, it can't be right. Really? $24 an hour in Australia? You got to be kidding me. I don't know. You still there, Lost? Shit, everybody's getting bumped off, huh? What the fuck? Wow. Well, guys, I don't know what to tell you. Since Thunder can't get back on. Come on, Thunder, get your ass back on, man. What the hell's he doing? Huh. Oh, shit. Really? Shit, I should go to Australia, man, and work in McDonald's or something. $24 an hour. Hey, Slow, I can't sing, man. People would run away if I start singing. Can you guys hear me? Or not? Can you guys hear me or not? I'm still live. That's what it says.
Well, I definitely hear you. I'm getting about 10 seconds of a delay, so.
Oh, really? The fuck?
Yeah, when I'll sometimes I listen to how long it'll take. It's usually about a 10-second delay before we speak, and they actually hear it from the YouTube.
I don't know. Junior says he can't hear us.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Maybe they can't hear us. I don't know.
Well, now we can talk crap about them. They can't hear
talk
us.
crap about the guys in the chat. Is that what we're gonna do?
Yeah, those wankers in the chat. Yeah,
the wankers in the chat. Oh shit. Maybe we should start trolling these guys or something. Oops, they can hear us. That was Lost, guys.
Oh no, never mind. I didn't say nothing.
Thunder's confused. He got Hangouts, but he can't get back in. How's that possible? He can hear us both.
He came back in. So I mean, he should be able to navigate it somehow.
It must be an Aussie thing, you know.
Yeah, them guys.
Not the brightest bulb in the room, huh?
No, bunch of wank.
Oh man, I don't know. Hey, you know, are you supposed to be working, Lost, or what's going on here, man? Do you work ever? I see you in these chat rooms all the time on these panels. Huh? Oh shit, I can't hear.
Yeah, I'm working, man. Yeah,
you're working, man? What kind of work you do? Drug dealer, or what do you do?
Yeah, exactly. I'm a pimp.
You're pimping. Oh, okay.
No,
now that makes sense.
Work. That's why I'm on mute all the time. I'm back here, running saws and whatnot, which I got to get back to doing real quick. Talk to the chat guy. Be right back.
I'd let one of you guys on the live stream, but I have no way of letting you guys on the live stream, guys. Thunder. I think Thunder should just shut the show down and then just restart it again. I'm not sure what the hell he's doing. Come on, Thunder. Shut the show down. Let's see. Thunder, just shut the show down, man, and start it over again. That's what you should do since you can't get back on. I know you would kick me off. Hey, what link? I can't throw a link. I have no way of throwing a link. There's no way I can do a link. Let's see. Hang it. Can't be. I can't do a link here. Nowhere to get a link. That's fucked up. Well, wait a minute. Actually, I can do a link. Hey, Thunder. Do you want me to Thunder? Do you want me to put a link in the? How about if I put a link in the